What's going on, guys? Ethan here, and it is finally that time of the year where the holidays are coming and where things get a little cheaper. So, what I have done is accumulated some of the best tech you could get for someone, in your family, friends, anyone that's actually good quality, and it's got good pricing and it's a good discount from what it was originally. I found things from headphones to computer parts, computers, accessories, consoles, anything like that. I found a deal, or I found good products that I would recommend to give to your family or friends. So let's start off with these headphones, and these are the Bose Quiet Comfort 35 version 2s wireless, and these have been the best noise cancellation headphones on the market for a long time. I personally don't own any of them. Today we actually went to the Bose store because my dad bought some Boses. It wasn't these. I'll show you them in a second because it's another pair we have. These headphones are the top notch for noise cancellation and sound quality. Their sound quality is very, very crisp. Good highs, good mids, and very low lows. It's not crazy punchy. I'm not gonna say it's like overloaded with bass because that's not Bose. They like crystal clear sound quality. But as you can see, this is the originally were $350 and now they're going for $279. So that's a pretty good discount. You're saving $70. So it's 20% off. Still really good for the sound quality. Going for $280 basically. They're pretty good. Now the other pair of headphones, these guys. If you want to step up your game a little bit, the 700s, the Bose 700s, they look kind of retro, but man, they are a nice pair of headphones. We actually just got some today, so I'll be right back. So these are a nice pair of headphones. My dad literally just picked these up today. He's wanted noise canceling headphones for so long, and he's finally got some. I was like, Bose are the best top notch noise cancellation, and these are comfortable. They block out so much noise. It's just a good quality set of headphones. I mean, the microphone's amazing on it, and they just sound fantastic, and their comfort level is impeccable. Now it is $400, which is a little ridiculous. Not really ridiculous, but it's definitely pricey. But if you want to get that really good sound quality and that good noise cancellation, then I would definitely recommend these because we got these today, and man, these are they're pretty good. They're also really, really clean looking with this white. It's a limited edition. They're pretty dope. So yeah, I'm gonna go put these back and I'll be right back. Steel Series, I don't personally own these, but I've heard they're really good quality for gaming. They're wireless too, and not a lot of gaming headsets are wireless. And this seems like a pretty good one. It's for PC and PlayStation. And they're pretty decent quality headphones if you're looking to get someone good gaming headphones. So this is Google Stadia. Now, you probably will not know what this is, and this, I guarantee, is the future of console gaming. Literally, you can play AAA games on your phone, TV, iPad, tablet, anything that has a screen, you can play on it. It doesn't like Destiny 2, that game you can play on your phone. Like, that's ridiculous to me. Like, playing all these AAA games on your phone wherever you want, as long as there's Wi-Fi, you can play it. And it's actually insane that Google has made this. And literally all you need is this controller right here, and it's $129. You will get the controller and a Chromecast. If you already have a Chromecast, you just have to get the controller and you're fine. I did hear someone say that you don't have to have the controller, but I think you should get the controller. I am not sure how you would play it without the controller, but I don't know. It's still a steal for $129 to get a controller and a Chromecast and be able to play it wherever you want. is awesome. They actually have some pretty good games here. Look, we got all the way from Assassin's Creed, Borderlands 3, Cyberpunk, Doom, Destiny 2, which I believe if you get the Founders Edition, it comes with Destiny 2, the collection. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we got Ghost Recon. Like, these are some Mortal Kombat 11, 2K, Red Dead Redemption. What else? Tomb Raider, Super Hot, The Crew, Tomb Raider. I don't know why I keep saying Tomb Raider. Watch Dogs. I mean, these are some pretty intense game, and they're streaming it from their cloud service. So right now it's in the early stages, so it's not really like the fastest and most time responsive. So if you're a competitive gamer, I might wait a little bit until they start making it faster. But there's not really too many like competitive games on here anyways that I see. They all seems like story type games or open world. So I don't think you're really gonna have to worry about that. But what I've heard is that the experience is definitely way farther than we would have thought that it's been at. But yeah, literally any sort of screen, and you get the Google Stadia app, play the game. It's ridiculous, and you can seamlessly transfer from your phone to your computer, your TV. You click one button and it goes straight to that. So that's pretty dope in my opinion. Next up, we have a Xbox One X deal, which is pretty good. We got you get $150 off an Xbox One X with the Jedi Fallen Order Deluxe Edition. So that's a pretty good deal. I mean, 150 bucks off, you can't really complain too much. But still, in my opinion, I think the Google Stadia is going to be your best bet, because consoles are, in my opinion, probably going to run out if Google Stadia hits to the point where these consoles are already at. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good deal for an Xbox. And if you're a PlayStation person, we have a PlayStation Pro for $300, and it's $100 off. So that's pretty good from the traditional $400. So that's pretty good. All right, and next we have a gaming accessory for computers, and this is the Model O from Glorious Master Race. Some people don't know this brand, but this mouse has blown up. You may not know this, but there was a company called Final Mouse, and they made the lightest mouses on the planet. I mean, it was like 57 grams, like super light. And this is supposed to basically replicate that. It's got RGB, you know, you gotta be that crazy gamer, you know what I'm saying? And then you got 67 grams. So it's 10 grams more than, I think, yeah, 67, 67. 10 grams more than the Final Mouse. But they don't run out of stock. Final Mouse had the problem of they would run out of stock all the time. So this is a big company, so of course they're gonna be in stock all the time. And I recommend this mouse because I have it. It is very good for gaming in my opinion. It's got a nice cord, it's very light and super responsive, and has a lot of DPI settings you can set it to, and RGB, you know, gotta have the RGB, you know what I'm saying? Okay, next we got a 4K TV from LG. It's a 55-inch 4K smart TV for $300. You're saving $100 off from what was a $400 TV. And I mean, come on, you can't complain. $300 for 4K? That's pretty good. That's crazy that they have 4K monitors or TVs for $300. I mean, they used to be in the thousands, and now we got them for $300 on discount. So this is pretty good, and it's a smart TV, so you can use that function as well. Also, if you're looking for a gaming monitor, this is a very good gaming monitor that I would recommend. Scepter, I actually have their monitor. That's the one I'm using right now. I have a curved 144 hertz. Not this exact one. This one is a curved 144 hertz monitor. It has AMD FreeSync, so if you have AMD GPU, you can use the FreeSync compatibility. I don't, so oh well. I just like NVIDIA for the graphics card. But $150 for a 144 hertz monitor. That is a steal. I think I spent $170 or $180 on this monitor. So it's about the same specs. You're saving like $30 from what I spent on this. You do have to use a DisplayPort for the 144 hertz. But I think it's a very good investment if you are on the PC side and you're competitive. It's such a big difference from 60 hertz. It's ridiculous. Alright, now we're getting to the fun stuff. This is what I enjoy the most, is when deals come to PC parts and computers. This is probably some of my favorite stuff. This is a computer I found on Best Buy. It's called a Cybertron PC. Never heard of the company. Okay, so that's the only downfall that I see so far. But for the price you're getting at $900, most of these parts you could build just about the same computer for probably the same price, that's pretty amazing, because usually pre-builds are overpriced. I haven't actually checked to see if they were the same price, but I'm sure it's somewhere close in the neighborhood of this. But it's pretty nice. It's got a 2700. I have the 1700. It's a pretty good processor. 16 gigs of RAM, which in my opinion I think should be like the standard now. Games have gotten so much more intense, especially if you're doing productivity, like video editing like me, or photo editing, or even just browsing. I feel like having a lot of RAM is nice, and fast RAM. If it's fast, it helps a lot, especially with AMD CPUs. But it also has a GeForce GTX 1660, which is one of NVIDIA's newer cards that came out with the RTX series, but this is their budget RTX card that's still in the GTX series. So yeah, 1 terabyte hard drive, pretty good, and I'm sure 120 gigabyte SSD has your operating system on it for a fast and smooth experience. And I mean, it's not a bad looking computer either. I mean, it looks fine. Not much pictures, but it looks like a decent computer. It's got RGB, you know, for your gamer needs. Yeah. But $900. It's not a bad deal for this. Now, if you're looking for the laptop side, which if I had the money, I would totally buy this, because I would love to have a editing laptop. This is the Acer Predator Helios 300, and it's a very good deal for the price. I mean, $1,000 for a laptop usually doesn't get you much, but this is actually a good deal. All right, we got 144 hertz on this display. So 144 hertz on a laptop, that's pretty good. An Intel an i7 97 or i7 9750. I don't even know how to say that. Whatever. It's a 9th gen Core i7 for laptop, obviously. That's why it has the H. A GTX 1660 Ti. So it's one up from the desktop I just showed you. 16 gigs of RAM, like I said, I think it should be the standard for most computers now. 256 for a SSD, which is pretty good. I mean, obviously backlit keyboard, but I think this is a pretty solid laptop for gaming or even productivity like editing. I honestly, if I had the money, I would definitely get this for editing. I think it would edit insanely well. I've also seen some reviews on this, and they've all said it's a really good laptop. Now, if you want to build a computer, this is what I'm going to recommend you, because it is it's not super expensive, but it's not insanely cheap that you're cheaping out and you're not going to have the best performance that you would like. These components will get you solid 1080p 60 FPS gaming on pretty much all games. There are all AAA games on the market. So we have a Ryzen 5 2600X. The 2600 was literally like $5 cheaper. So I was like, just spend the $5 and just get the higher clock speed. There's just no reason to not. It just didn't make any sense. I believe the non-X was like 114. It was something dumb. So 6-core processor, comes with a cooler. It says it includes cooler, which means you don't have to spend extra money to get a new cooler, because their coolers are amazing, like actually good for a stock cooler. And we're gonna go with the MSI B450 Pro VDH motherboard. It's got 4 slots of for RAM, AMD obviously socket, and it's micro ATX. So the thing I figured out with micro ATX is that it's like in the middle. It's not super cheap and it's not super expensive. So it's a perfect price, I guess. I don't know. And MSI is a very trusted brand. I have them in my I use their parts and I have no problem with them. For RAM, 16 gigabytes. I told you. It's just a standard. 3600 megahertz. Where does it say that? Right here. Right here. 3600 megahertz. I follow a couple tech YouTubers, and they have recommended that you should have like 3600 megahertz in speed for your RAM if you have an AMD processor, because the faster RAM you have, apparently the better performance your CPU will have. I haven't tested that. I'm not, that rich, but oh well. But they have said that the higher clock speed helps the CPU run a little bit better. This is what I think is probably one of the best deals on computer parts I've ever seen. Intel SSD for 1.02 terabytes in an M.2, so it's like a little small SSD that you just plug into your motherboard and screw it down, and so it's like hidden, for $82 or $83, whatever. That is the cheapest 1 terabyte I think I've ever seen in SSD speeds, especially as an M.2. Like, that's incredible. So I definitely would recommend getting that. 1660 Ti, still really good card. Part of the GTX series, but still it was released with the RTX cards as their budget one. But it'll get you solid 1080p 60 FPS gaming. I got a nice case. This actually looks pretty nice, pretty sick. Honestly, I kind of wish I had this. It looks really good. Nice tempered glass. Got some RGB on the front. It's got these slots here for cable management. Got 2 fans on it. So you got your intake and then your outtake, or whatever you want to call it. Your exhaust. That's what it is. Good cable management. Good got area for your CPU. So it's a pretty solid case. And then our power supply, which is a 550 watt 80 plus bronze. I don't recommend going below bronze. It needs to be certified bronze, is what I'm trying to say. 80 plus bronze, silver, gold, platinum, good. 550 is plenty to power this system. So I definitely recommend this. And you don't got the mustard and ketchup cables. It's just straight black, so it doesn't look ugly. Because I had ketchup mustard cables. Ooh, it was ugly. This is a pretty good, solid gaming PC for 2019-2020 titles for gaming. And you can see this is where this website picks up all the parts, and this is where they're cheapest. So you're gonna find this one cheapest on Amazon, this one Newegg, this one Newegg. Most of these are Newegg, and then this one's on Corsair. So if you want to look these up, here you go. I definitely recommend doing this. And just watch a tutorial. I watched tutorials and I figured out how to build it myself. It's really not that hard to build a computer. I know I sound crazy, like, oh, I can't build a computer. No, you can. It's not hard. You just got to be gentle and you will be fine.